What up, y'all? This is Sticks of Politics. This is a feminist version of Sticks and Politics. Why I think feminist women are stupid and actually have low IQs. You know, what's the one thing that all feminist women have in common? Their willingness to say that they don't need a man. Okay. So, before I get into this, I want to go ahead and say that there was a series of TV shows that came out called Bear Grylls, The Island. And I think they took a group of 30 men and a group of 30 women. They put the men on one island and the women on another island. Well, the female island, they actually physically altered the island to give the girls a fighting chance so that they would survive. They didn't do shit to the male island. They just left all the poisonous fucking snakes and dangerous shit there because, you know, if a man dies, who cares? But after 3 days of these women being out in the wild and living actual life to where they didn't need men, these women were starving, dehydrating, and about to die. They had to be rescued and the series had to be canceled because women are so weak. And they need men to survive, bottom line. But as far as the modern feminist goes, the reason why I think the modern feminist is so stupid, because without man, you would not have your iPhone. Without man, you would not have a regular phone. Without man, you would not have a computer. Without man, you would not have a TV. Without man, you wouldn't have the clothes on your back. Without man, you wouldn't have the makeup on your face. Without man, you wouldn't have the product that fixes your hair. Without man, you wouldn't have the automobile that you drove to your little appointment to bitch about men and how you don't need men to live. Without men, you wouldn't have the gasoline or the petrol that fuels your vehicle. Without men, we wouldn't have planes. Without men, we wouldn't have roads. Without men, we wouldn't have sewing machines. Without men, we wouldn't have cotton. Without men, you wouldn't have pretty much anything. Female inventors have been few and very, very far in between. And trust me whenever I say, no female inventor has invented something that's actually made our lives better. I had one person bring up the female that laid the premises for Bluetooth wireless compatibility. I would like to also argue that wireless shit and the internet is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to mankind. Yeah. But back to what I was saying, without men, you wouldn't have gunpowder. Without men, you wouldn't have shoes. Without men, you wouldn't have tires. Without men, you wouldn't have construction equipment. Without men, you wouldn't have your home. Without men, you wouldn't have your bed. Men invented beds. I don't know if you know that. An old English dude. They invented beds. Some of this stuff that it seems to be that you feminist women do not know just goes to prove how stupid you really are. It takes a real dumb piece of shit motherfucker to sit there and say, okay, I depend on you by using everything around me that you invented, but yet I don't need you. Okay there. Okay. Women, I hate to say this. Unless you got unless you're a woman making bank and you've got a bum dude who don't really work and you pay 90% of the bills, men don't need you for anything other than baby making and being a wife and a mother to their children. Everything else, you're kind of useless. You're not going to pay a majority of our bills. You're just not. You're not going to pay for the dates. You're just not. If anything, you'll just pay for half. You're not going to want to do shit for your man. Oh, hell. This is something I find funny. You know how you can check your lady, your girlfriend, your wife, especially do this to your wife. Just make a statement one day that you've been watching channels like mine where it's like men rights activists and stuff like that, and tell her, just one day mention to her, be like, you know, they say that if a wife really loves her husband, she'd have food, she'd have dinner ready for him, and she'd ask him if she could rub his feet after he gets off of work. If your wife says there ain't no way in hell, or your girlfriend says ain't no way in hell that she would ever rub your feet, and you working a hard-ass job to pay all her goddamn bills while she sits up in the house and doesn't even wake up until after 3 or 4 in the afternoon like a bum-ass bitch, and chances are you probably don't need her. Women like to, especially feminists, I wouldn't say women, but feminists really like to think that the only thing they need to bring to the table is their box. And what they don't even realize is 90% of the time they've done given that box to half the goddamn neighborhood. So she ain't your girl, she ain't your wife. She's streets wife. She's streets girl. She's a tatalat. But I hope y'all like this episode of Sticks and Politics. I think we're going to end this with the Democratic theme song for the Fauci Ouchie. Sing it with me. Say, we will be your biggest fan. You can join us in and take the Fauci ouchie. Join us, take a stand. All you gotta hold my hand and take the Fauci ouchie. You can do your part. Just take the jab straight to your heart. I'll be your biggest fan. I can join our clan as long as you take the Fauci ouchie. Y'all have a good one. I am so fucking sleepy right now. Scat.